The following unofficial rebroadcast of Twit Live is brought to you by Odd TV and CashFly. CashFly's global network delivers your content, ensuring your website, streaming media, and downloads exceed expectations at cashfly.com.
Video, let's see it.
Great.
Oh, look at you. Hi, Vanessa.
I changed shirts for you, Abby. Do you like?
Oh, yeah, I know, that's lovely. Both were great, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, so just so you know,
So, like,
she's in 3 by herself,
okay,
and double box is 4.
okay,
So your single is 1, and your wide is 2.
okay.
1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, wait a minute, let's record.
Are you
Could you
gonna
write
be in
Abby's?
here, Dad?
Nope, I'm just getting this
Okay.
set up for you. Write Abby's road in there.
Please don't.
God, I wish I would do that.
There's a lot to set up.
Oh,
There's a
no
lot
worries.
of- Vanessa knows. She was on before, and it was like ridiculous.
Yeah.
And this is Abby's road 3, 4.
2.
Okay. You already have a 2, so I'm
This
gonna
is my
put
second show.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm
Well,
excited.
Technically, it's like my 7th, but
the second will go
I
on
haven't.
here.
Yeah, it's the second that I'll actually edit and.
She's on 6. I also turn on audio from both the Big Mac and the Little Mac, just in case you play something back.
This is really nice with the headphones on,
Now
Dad.
you're
Wow.
recording. Yeah, you should always wear headphones, because then you'll know exactly how it sounds.
Okay.
On my Twitter, I was like, it's going to be the battle of the Laportes. Who's the better interviewer?
I
Okay, all recordings
don't think
going?
you heard that.
Oh.
Not all of them.
She said it's a test to see who's the better interviewer, Dad.
Oh, and I know who's going to win. Abby's so much better.
No,
Okay.
you can't say that. That's just,
All right.
that's embarrassing.
Your hair, you are on.
Okay. Colleen, are you going to be in the room? Are you going to be in the room?
She doesn't have to be if you want. If you want,
I'm just here for setup.
Really?
if you want
Okay.
privacy, you just say
It's
it.
really, I'm really awkward
She's
when there's
shy,
people
so
in
yeah,
there.
let's go.
I'm pretty shy.
Let's get
Oh,
out of
okay.
here and
But
give her
you should,
some
like,
space.
drop by a few times. That'd be
I'll be
cool.
here. I'm gonna stay here, Abby.
Just start the show.
Okay.
I'll work right there. And
Thanks, Colleen.
And I don't have anyone in my room, so don't worry.
Okay. No, I'm not, like, you know.
I'm easy. We can just laugh the whole time, and I would be fine. That's totally fine.
Good, me too. Perfect. So, they're still doing stuff. All right. Well, it's great to have you on. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Oh,
Really
thanks for
appreciate
having me.
that. So basically, first of all,
Start.
Vanessa Van Petten, that's what I'm doing. Vanessa Van Petten is like a teen specialist, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
she wrote her first book at age 17. That's very impressive. Called
I was a loser. I was a loser in high school. I had, like, no friends. So I just was like, well, I might as well write a book. I was grounded,
Yeah,
so.
perfect. Called You're Grounded, all about just all kinds of teen issues. And it sounded like, I guess you interviewed, 700 parents
Yeah.
and teens?
And teachers and, like, family members. Yeah.
That's so it's a collection of all this information you got. And I've heard a rumor that it all started out with one study on teen drinking.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I had this experience in high school where I was friends with a couple of kids, and they were pretty, average. They were really funny. Everyone really liked them. And then what happened was they slowly started, getting into drugs and doing more and more, getting a little bit harder. They started off with
Yeah.
cigarettes, and then it was pot, and then it was more.
Yeah.
And by the end of high school, they were absolutely like brain dead, in a way. I mean, they were
Gosh.
with it. They were with it. And they were there. But one of them had like an overdose problem. Also, he got caught with
no.
marijuana in his car, and he got in huge trouble. He got expelled from school. And afterwards, I like went and visited him, and I was like, are you okay? Is everything okay? And he said, it was just really dumb. I did this to piss off my parents.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, you ruined your own life to piss off your parents. It was so sad. And at that moment, I was like, there has to be some sort of bridge there, because his parents were so upset and so lost, and he was upset and lost. So I was like, there has to be a way to sort of bridge them.
Yeah, because that shouldn't be normal that people do things that extreme just to get back at their family. That's
Yeah, and like it shows,
scary.
I think it shows the lengths that I think sometimes people will go because they feel so alone. You know, a lot of on our website we get, I mean, 800 or 900 emails a day
Wow.
from people who, and I'm not a therapist, I'm not a counselor, and I'm like, why are they emailing me? You know, I wish they
Yeah.
had someone else to talk to. Really serious. I mean, there's some silly things, you know, like
Yeah. Of
we
course.
have, you know, people who are like, they want me to post about pro marijuana, or, you know, they send me
There's
things, but then
always
there's
gonna be.
always,
Yeah.
always, yeah. But then there's also those emails where people are really sad and alone, and
Yeah.
I sit at my computer and I'm just like, I wish I could help them. I wish they had someone else to talk to, and I think that that shows the lengths that they'll go
Yeah.
to get attention, or not even get attention because they just need
But
some
just
help.
make a connection. And so you started radicalparenting.com,
Yes.
which is like just a bunch of articles. It's a collection of articles and some videos.
Yeah, it's actually grown. I know it's like we started with like a little tiny baby site, and then like it
Oh.
grew and it grew and it grew, and like we finally like, changed domains.
Yeah.
Now basically what we do, because I'm 24 now, so I was like, you know, I can write from the kids' perspective, but I can't really write from the teens' perspective anymore. So we have 60 teen interns and writers
Very
from
cool.
all over the world. We actually just got one today from India. I'm very excited about him.
Wow.
I'm
How
really
does that work? Is it the
we-
same kind of issues, or how does?
You know, you'd be surprised. We were shocked when we started getting emails from like all over the world, because it was open to everyone. But we have a Nicaraguan intern, we have an Indian intern, we have some in Sweden and Denmark, and it's so great because the interns, I'm able to sort of aggregate them. You know, I write 1 or 2 articles a week, but they write, you know, 30 or 40 articles between them a week. And we have like Ask a Teen on our site where parents can submit questions, especially, you know, we'll get an email. My daughter won't take her iPod out of her ears. She's always listening to her iPod. I'm sure you get that from your dad all the
With
time.
that one, yeah.
Yeah. And so I'll send it to my 14-year-old intern and say, what would you want your parents to know? So what's interesting is, you know, even the ones in abroad, I'm actually working on a big project right now. It's called Parenting Around the World. And it's actually answering that question that I was so curious about. I was like, is it the same issues? You know,
Yeah.
do kids in Nicaragua have that same problem?
It's a very interesting question.
So I started, we're working on the project now we're interviewing 30 different families in 30 different countries about their lifestyle. You know, what do you eat for breakfast? Everything from what do you eat for breakfast to what are your internet rules? Do you allow your kid on Facebook? And we just launched in Spanish, so we're spanning to other languages. So I totally agree with you. I think that question is fascinating, and I'm learning, to say the least.
Yeah, but that's very cool that you found a way, even as you've gotten older, to keep the teen perspective there. I mean, like 14-year-old interns answering these questions. That's great for parents to get that side of it.
It's a little bit nerve-wracking. It's great at the same time. I think a lot of when I talk to it, I'm so excited that you think it's cool, because believe me, the first thing that usually people will say to me is like, well, how do you know they're going to say anything good? Like, what if they give really bad advice? And so it's good that you think it's good, but I have a lot of faith in our teen writers. I mean, they are so mature, some of them. They give advice, and I'm like, wow, like that is so mature. So there's a little bit of a risk there, and we worry. We also work really hard to protect their identity. You know, we only, they have like avatars that they use, and we only use their first names because we want them to be able to write. Like, you know, we had an article about teens and drinking. You know, and she wanted to talk about how she sneaks alcohol, how parents can catch her, and she didn't want her parents to know, nor her friends. Yeah. She's like, I don't want to be ratted out on either side. So we try to.
The anonymity of the internet really helps with things like that. That you never, I mean, you can't discuss it. Before the internet was this popular, you couldn't discuss issues like that unless you were willing to fully take responsibility for what you'd say. Or not responsibility, but